So, Disney's going to release a new show called Skeleton Crew. Here's a huge shout out to the OG Skeleton Crew, Owen and Beru Lars. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Luthen is not terrible, folks. We're going to show you how to beat 6 different Galactic Legends, all in Arena, so no Omicrons, some unoptimized Datacrons. A couple of them are decent, but it's a crazy thing, folks. People think he sucks, and it looks like he doesn't. This isn't a definitive guide, but I think you'll be interested to see how well he performs. In fact, huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are awesome. You guys keep the channel going, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for your support. I truly, guys, it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment, mount the algorithm. Luthen's doing it. You should too, frankly. You can start calling him Lotion after that, because that's what I call him, to be fair. Maybe it's not fair, but alright guys, fairly unassuming squads. We have the first 3. We're killing 6 different Galactic Legends. We're not killing Jedi Master Kenobi or Supreme Leader Kylo. But here's the thing, we're not even using POW, we're not using Hoth Rebel Soldier. A couple of them have that toward the end, have a couple of those characters, but the first one, I'm not even using a Datacron, folks. My opponent doesn't have a Datacron, I'm not using a Datacron. So we're fighting Jabba, and you really want a lot of potency on Kyle Katarn and Krex. And my guys are, I guess, Cassian's Relic 8 because of requirements, and then everyone else is Relic 7 or lower. They don't have wonderful mods. Luthen has some speed, I guess, but they're not optimized, really. So you want to do the big AoE thing? Well, it'll become an AoE once he becomes a Jedi. But you can see we have the no buffs thing on Chrysanthemum, which is nice. And then, because he's a summon, Worthless Guy, or I guess I should call him Commander Worthless Guy at this point, is going to be able to assist every time you go, because he doesn't have that blue debuff from Boosh. So we're just going to shoot Boosh as much as we can. And I should have used that first special because that gives me Frenzy on one character, which is actually really strong. So anyways, alright, cool. Got him. And now, I did this a few times against Jabba, practicing, and he always gets to his ult, at least when I'm not using a Datacron, which, we don't need a Datacron for this. We don't have an Omicron either, like I said. So, yeah, we're just eliminating guys left and right. It's kind of fun. I like Cassian here because he's constantly handing out that no buffs, debuff, buff immunity, that's what it's called, to everyone, and just on basic. It's nice. So we're just going here. And like I said, I'm not optimized on this, guys. I'm sure I'm using some of these wrong, doing some of the moves wrong. That's okay. I'm still fancy, right? You can be too, but yeah, he's and I can't vouch, frankly, guys. This Jabba might not be I'm sure he's not optimized. If he's not wearing a Datacron, you think the guy really cares about the results of his Jabba? But I did choose the most oppressive thing that happens when you get his Rancor. Kyle Katarn is a huge boost in your offense for your team. It's a crazy thing to lose him. I would rather lose anyone else than Kyle Katarn, but he's gone. I mean, he's boosting his whole team by like 50% offense, and now that offense is, they need it, man. They need all that boost, but we can. I am here to tell you that we can still beat Jabba. At least, this is Relic 8 Jabba. It's not like the guy just threw in the towel completely. He put good relics, at least okay relics on his guys. But, we can do this, guys, even without Kyle Katarn. You can see the clock is kind of winding down, so, it may be against a really thick Jabba team, but that's the thing. I don't have the mods optimized for this either. I don't have... There's a lot of things that we could do better with this team to make it so that we could beat some of the better Jabba squads. Now, of course, if it has a really good Datacron, all of this is kind of moot. Like, a lot of people are like, dude, I tried this and it didn't work. I'm like, oh, did you try it against, like, the recent Datacrons? Like, I made this video 3 months ago. The latest Datacrons kind of invalidate this for a couple months. And people are like, oh, really? Okay. So, I don't know. It's a little silly. But, okay, but we're going to fight Jedi Master Luke now. This probably doesn't surprise people that we beat it, but this is also, I tested a couple times. This is probably also the worst possible opening sequence from them, I think, out of the ones that I tested, I should say. So, I mean, he didn't land any debuffs on me at all. So maybe I'm just... Oh, you know what? I'm modded for a lot of tenacity, though, so probably that's part of it. He's just not modded for potency. So just delete Jedi Revan right away. Because he'll do Savior, and he'll make things awkward. He'll dispel all the debuffs, all the things. And so, yeah, I like to put... I was experimenting with who to put the Frenzy onto. So, like, being able to assign Frenzy from Lotion is really strong. So that's his second deal, and I just wasn't doing it that much, frankly. You know, I only wised up to it toward the end when I was figuring it out. Otherwise, they were like, hey, you have to click on one of your teammates. I'm like, okay, like, here's a random click on a teammate. I hope it helps. And also, I think it boosts their offense as well for a couple turns. That's nice. And Commander Worthless Guy is also doing a decent amount of damage, as you can see. Or at least maybe you could see. So, alright, kill Jedi Master Luke, and then kill his sidekick, Jedi Knight Luke. Their father is still there, and... You know what, let's get a quick spite kill on Hutt, just for funsies, shall we? Alright. Cool, got the win. Let's move on to... Alright guys, so a huge caveat on this one. I don't know, this guy was modded. I think he was modded fairly poorly. I just wanted to show you, I think sometimes we'll be able to beat Sith Eternal. I think the times that I tried it against Sith Eternal when he had Traya, it doesn't work. It doesn't work against Traya because he can dispel the stuff. But if you get days on everyone, it works kind of well. So watch how this goes. This is still up in the air, but I think it's worth calling this a counter. I mean, watch what we're doing. Okay, so get days on everyone, cool. And we don't have deceived on everyone yet, so we can still call the mass assist, and you just pummel him all the way to death. And it's horrific for him. He's probably very poorly modded. I don't really know. The poor bastard really doesn't know what happened. He just kind of got blindsided. But let's take out Emperor Palpatine, who seems to be a little bit tougher to kill than just his Sith Eternal Emperor form. I don't know. It's madness. Killing Malak. I mean, if he's really well modded, I think you still kill him, though, actually. Luthen does provide quite a bit of offense to his team through both himself and through Commander Worthless Guy. So, not too bad. And I just, want to show you guys. Killing Sith Eternal was... I mean, we've all lost that to a turn meter train. Like, he just loses to turn meter trains sometimes. But with Malak here, it's like, well, Malak still dies. So... okay, hold on one second. Okay, so all of the videos moving forward are from our friend Herf, and I didn't actually get a graphic for his name. I really apologize, Herf, but good dude. He's the guy who caused the current Leviathan issues. It's a long story, but good dude also. And he's really excited about Luthen. Now, all of the footage moving forward, he's not used... I think one of them he uses an attacker cron from the current Datacron sets, which you'll see why in a little bit. But then also the rest of them he uses support cron, which is still pretty good. It ramps damage for Kyle and for Rebel Scout. And whatever other attackers, every time Mothra and Luthen get to go, but it's not optimized. Like, using an attacker cron is probably a little bit better. So, anyways, let's just take a look here, guys. This is against Leia. So if you wonder where all of the random buff immunities are popping up from, it's because Mothra and Lotion apply them all the time. Now, I do like Cara Dune here because she's reducing their turn meter quite a bit, and that's effective against Leia. That helps a little bit, at least. You know, she's susceptible to turn meter train shenanigans, of course, and I suppose that's fine. But you know, she's got a good datacron as well. I don't remember which one it is. Looks like it's not the tank one currently, but one way or another, I mean, I think this works without a datacron, folks. That's what I think. I think you could do it. It might take a little bit. Also, Hoth Rebel Scout is not really. I don't think this is optimized, guys. I think Cassian would be better here. I think Pow would probably be better here. There's a lot of different things, but of course this is Herf's account. He's got a smaller account. It's not. It does. I also wanted to show you guys, if you rewind a little bit, he has he has relic 3 on Scout, relic 5 on Kyle, like very low relics here as well. So he's doing all this against. I mean, this is a relic 7 on Leia. It's not. She's not like the most. She's not the paragon of Leia. She's not the platonic ideal of them. But it's still doing a cool thing. So all right. Now, let's see. This is against a Lord Vader squad. It's again, it's not super optimized, but the interesting thing here is how often your turn meter train gets interrupted by the dots, because Lord Vader has the thing that whenever there's a damage over time on a character, they can't gain bonus turn meter, and so we're trying to you know, get past that. So like being able to assign Frenzy, for instance, from Lotion is not going to be that helpful, but. Let's see. We have their Herf is using the support cron as well, and Maul deletes Kyle, which, I mean, he's kind of the most important character here because of all of the things he provides to his entire team. But one thing that's important to note, folks, is did you see how he cleansed Mon Mothma there with Lotion? That was important because Mon Mothma with Daze does not assist, and when she doesn't assist, with her basic, she cleanses one person on the team and gets rid of their debuffs, which is important for the rest of the thing. So you don't want Daze on your team because you want everyone to be assisting. And so when Lotion cleansed Mothra from Daze, then she was able to start cleansing the rest of the team. And whenever Mothra can assist, it's very important that she does. So it's taken a while. Dear Lord, it's a relic 5. Royal Guard, for crying out loud, Herf. Like, get a better team comp or something, man. This is brutal. Okay, cool. So, kill Darth Vader if you can, man. He's. You also have to keep in mind, I know I'm giving Herf a hard time, but everyone's got the debuff that halves their offense from Gideon. And so they're not doing that. They're doing half the offense, half the damage, normal. I guess Kyle Katarn died, so they kind of got him out of it when he got revived. But okay, so now Gideon died. It's kind of an indirect buff by giving everyone back their full amount of offense. Okay, assign that frenzy to Mothra. It looks like that's just kind of what Herf does. And eventually, Maul will just die from AoEs. And yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit to chew through. It's only Relic 7, Lord Vader. But remember, Herf is operating off of a not great amount of relics himself. So you know, I think as things escalate more and more, I think Mothra with Lotion probably keeps up, frankly. Let's get to it, man. Can you kill him already, dude? Are you guys bored yet? I'm a little bored. It's only a galactic legend after all. Okay, the last one, folks. He is using an attacker cron, and I think that that's warranted because this is actually Herf's GAC attack. All right, this is his GAC attack. Rey is using a good datacron as well, and I mean, it's not an optimized, like there's fulcrum here, and you know, there's some things we could criticize, right? But the interesting thing is there is a Ben here with his Omicron, and there's a Jedi, or there's a baby Cal, which makes this incredibly difficult on some levels because baby Cal is constantly handing out those stacks of bonus protection, and so you know, this is where taking Cassian would be really nice, honestly, because then you could get buff immunity on everyone. But notice how, like, she's just not dying because of all the stacks of bonus protection. Even when Commander Worthless Guy is dispelling them, they just keep growing back. And so, you know, there's issues here. So he's starting to hit baby Cal, because how dare he? And you'll note that there's no Captain Rex in this comp, which is fine. They're doing extra attacks, the attackers are, because it's an attacker datacron. And to be clear, guys, I'm not totally convinced that Herf is, you know, playing optimized either. And that's not shade at him. I'm just, you know, we're all getting used to this new character. This is more of a showcase of just, look at how crazy you can be. Now, trying to kill Ben early on while you're fighting him, see, he's all three of his Omicrons. If you kill him, he'll just grow back when Mothra takes a turn. So it's not going to be an incredibly profitable endeavor. Instead, going to keep him within striking distance, and eventually, I mean, you'll be able to take him out at some point. But taking out everyone else, getting them all into damage immunity as quickly as you can, so that you can eventually just push the delete button on them once they've taken a turn and all of that. See, Fulgrim had her damage immunity already, and now she's gone. You can see Kyle Katarn's AoE is what really, once he turns into a Jedi, which he turns into a Jedi fairly quickly. Mon Mothma prepares him for that very quickly. Once that happens, and you can see he went into auto basic here for at least a little bit, then yeah, once Kyle Katarn gets his AoE off and has that little the little debuff on Rey and Ben, then it's I don't know, I won't say it's smooth sailing because I don't like nautical terms, but it's not too bad. It does take a while here though. So auto basic, and this is where if you take POW or Hoth Rebel Scout, it can kind of hurt you because everyone's gaining so much turn meter sometimes that Rey takes a really long time to take any turns, which is nice. You know that she didn't do any whirlwinds this fight at all, but you know, a lot of that's because she's not taking that many turns. So okay, killed Ben, and then try to kill Rey before Mothra gets to take a turn, and good to go. So he got a 70 out of, this is his first attack, and it worked, guys. So I'm going to be playing this, at least the Mothra Lotion team, on Twitch. You guys can go and watch me next week. I'll do that on a couple different accounts. We'll try to test it against all sorts of things with the Omicrons and everything. So, guys, that's it. Huge shout out once again to Herf. Thank you for testing those, sending me those videos. Really appreciate it, man. And guys, thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. And really, guys, I hope you do too. Have a wonderful week, folks. Take care.